Hello and welcome to my match reaction. Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0. If you're new around here, please consider hitting that like and share button and don't forget to subscribe. It's not a good day for the Arsenal. It's not a good day for the Arsenal fans. I am still fuming in regards to the game. I think it's one of those ones where it's not even like I'm fuming about the result. I'm fuming more in regards to the performance. It was probably one of the worst performance I have seen Arsenal perform or play in almost 3 to 5 years since Arteta has been the Arsenal manager. Obviously, initially, when early stages of his reign, it was one of those ones where you can give him excuses in regards to he's still trying to build a squad, he's still trying to get all his players in. But within the last 2-3 seasons now, you can predominantly say the squad is his. These are his players. You know, they've been playing week in, week out, pretty much all together, part of injuries here and there. So there's no excuses in regards to the team. There's no excuses in regards to him not being backed when it comes to spending on players. It's just one of those things where today I was like, what the hell am I watching? And I did say in my match preview, this was a must-win game. We couldn't afford to lose this game. And it's one of those games, considering what happened last season at St. James's Park, we had to go there to win. It had to be a statement win, and it had to be one of those wins where, especially what happened last season, where it kind of derailed our title challenge last season. We had to win. And unfortunately, we went to St. James's Park today and we did not even perform to the level that we have been seeing Arsenal perform in the last 2 years, especially when we've been chasing the title. And what annoys me even more, obviously I'm doing this video now after all the games have been played today on Saturday, is like Man City also dropped points. God. Man City also dropped points. And it's just like, it's so frustrating. It's practically ruined all our weekends, and it was a disgusting performance in my opinion. And these players, they need to go and take a look in the mirror and have a look at what they are doing, how they're playing. And I don't understand what's going on. It's like they look either tired or they just look like they're out of ideas. It's like, because we have Odegaard missing, we now have one player missing, let's be honest, in our first starting 11, right? Saka is now back. Saliba was back in the squad today, so there was no excuse. Gabriel was back. The only question is whether they're all fit. But come on, like, you're on a football pitch, put on a performance. These are professional players. And today is like we just looked lost for ideas. There was no creativity. It was literally sideways, backwards. And honestly, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I was fuming. It's like, we can't keep making excuses for these players and saying, oh, it's because we've got injuries. We've only got our captain that's injured. Are you going to tell me you've got Odegaard that's injured and the rest of the team can't perform? It's disgusting. Like, Arteta also needs to look at what he's doing with this squad, how he wants us to play going forward, what the formation is, what the personnel is, because right now, this guy looked lost for ideas on the pitch. Trossard, probably one of his worst performances ever. Martinelli, worst performance, couldn't even take on Livramento. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Saka, one of my favourite players in this squad, did not perform. I don't even think he got a shot on target. We had one shot on target in 90 minutes. That is embarrassing. We had 10 shots at goal, only one on target in the whole 90 minutes game. That's embarrassing for a team of this calibre that is chasing titles. You can't afford to keep dropping points. That is now 3 Premier League games. We have not won one game yet. We've drawn 1 and lost 2. Embarrassing. In the whole of 2024, up until recently, we had gone the whole almost 2024 only losing 1 away game. Now we've lost 2 games on a trot away from home. We are conceding goals for fun. This was a team that only conceded 20 plus goals last season. We've already conceded, I believe, it's 11 goals already this season, and it's 10 games gone. It is embarrassing. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Halftime, I was thinking Arteta's going to go in and make some changes. Bring in Ben White, take off, I believe it was Marino, bring Partey into the midfield, take off Trossard and bring on Wanyeri. He waited up until like the 60th minute or so before he made a sub. This guy, if he's not careful, people are going to start saying Arteta out. I'm not saying Arteta out, but it's getting to that point where his job is going to start getting questioned. His tactics are going to start getting questioned. His formation are going to start getting questioned. The personnel that he's starting the games with are going to start getting questioned, because he also has to look at himself. We can't keep blaming all the players. Don't get me wrong. Yes, he picks the team. He picks the players to go and perform. And obviously, yes, they haven't performed today. But as a manager, if you're going to be an elite manager, you need to look at the game and think, if something is not working, I need to switch it up. And I just feel like Arteta today was lost for ideas just as much as the players were on the pitch. I just could not believe it, honestly. Like, now we have such difficult games coming up. We've got we've got Champions League game coming up away against Inter Milan away. Then we've got Chelsea in the Premier League next weekend away. Then it's the international break. Then we've got Forest, I believe, at home. And then we've got another tough game away. If we are not careful, Arsenal are going to go the whole of November without winning one single game. The way we are playing, let's be honest about it. The performances lately haven't been great. I said it previously. The performance against Shakhtar was shit. We just about scraped a 1-0 win, and that was an own goal. By the way, the game against Bournemouth, we were non-existent. They outplayed us. Hence the reason why we lost 2-0. Yes, you can blame the personnel, the injuries and stuff, but the players that were available on that game, they performed crap. Then we played against Liverpool at home last weekend. We drew 2-2 at home. We were 2-0, 2-1 up. We played 45 minutes. The first 45 minutes was fantastic. Probably one of the best performances I've seen in a while. Then the second 45 minutes, it's like, what the hell happened? Because Gabriel got injured. He comes up quite early in the second half. And all of a sudden, we're lost for tactics. We're lost for we just lost for ideas once again in that game. And now we come, and then we play Preston midweek, come on, a championship team. Fucking Crystal Palace could have beaten them. And then now we play Newcastle away, which was a game I believe that we should have won, considering everything that happened last season in this fixture, and considering that we haven't won in the last 2 Premier League games. And what do? We just turn up. It's like we couldn't be bothered to even play or just to be even on the pitch. I honestly, it's like, I've kind of come down a little bit, but I'm still vexed when I think about it now. It's just, I honestly don't know what we need to do going forward, because I can't even sit here and say, this is what we need to do. Can't keep giving excuses and say, we need Odegaard back. The only thing that you can say is, without our club captain, this place looks clueless. Are you going to tell me if you don't have your club captain on the pitch, you don't know how to perform, you don't know how to string 5-yard passes, you can't play the beautiful football that we know Arsenal can play? Like, tiki-taka football, and then all of a sudden Odegaard is not there. It's like these players are lost for ideas. There's no creativity. There's no forward movement. There's no forward passes. He's sideways, backwards, back to the keeper, long ball. No one is getting onto the ball. There is no single player today that I can say probably got a 5 out of 10, or even over than that. Minimum, they probably got like 3 or 4. Even Saka, like I said, he's one of my favorite players. I can't even give him a 5 out of 10. He was non-existent in this game. Martinelli was just running down the wing and just losing the ball every other time he was running. Trossard made 8 to 9 passes to the opposition today. I don't get it. How are we supposed to win the league? We're not even challenging for the league anymore. We've gone from title challengers to top 4 contenders. That is basically how I see it. Yes, you can say it's still early. It's 10 games in the season. There's still about however many more games left in the season. It's still early. It's November, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. The fact of the matter is we are dropping points in the games that we should not be dropping points. I've had enough. Something needs to change. If we lose against Inter Milan and then we lose against Chelsea, there's going to be questions asked, and there's going to be eyes on Arteta and his job. I bet you this, because this man don't think that your job is safe. If you knew what happened to Wenger and Unai Emery in the last one when the fans got on the club's back, bro, don't think that your job is safe. The fact of the matter is the fans are going to come out in numbers and going to come for your head and say Arteta out. There's some few fans already in the fan base that are already saying Arteta out. I'm not one of them yet. But bro, if you don't fix up, I might have to join them. I'm telling you that now. But it is what it is. I'm going to end it there because I'm getting vexed. I'm getting hot. But yeah, Arsenal lost against Newcastle. Man City lost against Bournemouth, but Liverpool managed to pick up points. Nottingham Forest are third in the table ahead of Arsenal. Chelsea are still yet to play. Aston Villa are still yet to play. So Arsenal might end up being sixth by the end of the weekend fixtures. But it is what it is. We move. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to end it there, guys. Like I said at the beginning, if you're new around here, please consider hitting that like and share button. And most importantly, please consider subscribing. And I'll be speaking to you guys on the next video. Try to enjoy your weekend because my weekend is ruined.